always a joke.
Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to Carnage in D minor, a Vampire the Masquerade chronicle set in late 1980s Oxfordshire. I'd like to start this week with a sincere thank you to Noscavian for taking the time to not only play with us for fucking 5 years near enough, but also doing the tech work and streaming for us. So thank you. Already awakened for the night ahead is Ms. Hart, the daughter of Cacophony, Alina Carnage. Day Breakathon is the kindred known as the Piper. That's some good timing for the raid there. Kalis Gaming.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming. Wow, I'm going to go through emotes instead of go straight there. Thank you. There we go. Noscavian is the kindred Richard. Gothic Ferret is the Tremere Ambrosia. Dead Western is the Nosferatu FX Leech. Fenice Starlight is the daughter of Cacophony, Octavia. And our special guest, Kendu, to be revealed. Everyone has already spent one blood point being awake for the night, so we shall begin at the Tremere Chantry. After you, I believe, Daybreakathon is the kindred known as the Piper.
Hi, I'm here.
Definitely
I didn't
now.
hear a kazoo, so...
We begin at the Tremere Chantry, where Ambrosia has been summoned to meet with Locus, the regent. Within the lavish, warm office, filled wall to wall with various tomes of knowledge. The regent sits behind his polished rosewood desk that glistens under the sharp incandescent light. His face hidden under his large crimson hood as he sits back in his chair that looms over the robe-clad figure. He stands as you enter into his office and offers you a seat in front of his desk. Good evening, Ambrosia. I trust you are well?
Of course, darling. So, what did you need of me?
We are taking in 2 new kindred of the pyramid, Erindred and Etheldred. Twins. They've come to us from the Winchester Chantry.
Really? Twins? How interesting. And unique.
I tell you this, though, because I do not trust them. They are ambitious, as are all of our blood, I suppose, but they are a step above the norm. They bring a natural aptitude with them that could be quite beneficial to our chantry, too. I want you to keep an eye on them.
Oh, well, so I'm babysitting.
Assist them with anything they should need. Be a friend to them. You know the thing. But bring any information that catches your attention to me. Until I know what they want, they are to be treated with the utmost suspicion.
So in other words, you're asking me to do what I do best.
Exactly.
Well, of course, darling.
Good,
Anything
good.
I do.
You'll find them a floor below in the common room. Introduce yourself, let them know you'll be their contact here for now, until they're settled in.
Very well. Anything else you need of me?
That is all for now.
Then I will take my leave of you. Until later,
Thank
darling.
you.
So we'll make our way down to find the twins.
You walk along the landing and wind down the wide wooden staircase and head straight to the common room. You pass through the large double doors into the grand space, filled with desks and chairs devoted to study. In grander days, the space would have been filled with Tremere studying and exchanging ideas and theories. These nights, though, kindred are far rarer. Only the white-haired Erindred and orange-haired Etheldred inhabit it tonight. Both of the twins are dressed in crushed velvet black, a purple dress inlaid with small mirrors amongst the stitchwork. Both ladies wear small round sunglasses upon their deathly white faces, though Erindred's are mirrored, complementing her white hair, while Etheldred... I was doing so well. while Ethelred bears red-tinted sunglasses matching her own flaming orange hair. The shared silence is broken by your arrival, as they turn their heads and say in unison, "Good evening, Ambrosia." We'll double
Good
that up in
evening.
post-production.
So, welcome to our chantry.
And thank you. They alternate between sentences, just random words between them.
So, I've been tasked with assisting you. So, I will start with, is there anything that you require?
Which one are you?
Which one am I? I am Ambrosia.
We haven't been introduced. I'm Erindred, and this is Ethelred.
It's a pleasure to meet you both. I am Ambrosia.
We heard about you, Ambrosia.
Yes, most
You're
have.
the one. You're the one whose sire ran away and joined the Sabbat.
Yes. Like I said,
Yeah.
most have.
We heard he's even been selling our secrets to the highest bidder while learning things he shouldn't know.
Yes, so I've heard.
And so what about you, Ambrosia? Are you part of the pyramid, or do you follow in your sire's footsteps?
If I followed in my sire's footsteps, would I be here? Would I not be at his side?
It depends. The Sword of Cain works in many ways, does it not? We're not experts.
No. My allegiance is here. As it always has been.
And our allegiance is, of course, to the pyramid. Even though we are new to this chantry, we intend to be an integral part of goings-on here.
Yes, you two are unique, so this should prove interesting.
I don't suppose you could point us in the right direction for warding circles?
Oh, well, of course. Everything's in the library. If you've gotten permission from the regent to study, then it shouldn't be too hard to find.
Well then, it seems we need to go and speak to someone a little bit more important.
Excuse me. I'm about as important as they get here, besides the regents.
Well then, could you give us permission to enter into the library? Do you have that much power?
Of course. But if you're wanting to learn actual rituals, everything goes by the regent. Would you
Of
like to just
course.
scurry up and see if he will allow it, or would you like to have an audience with him yourselves?
We'd be most pleased to meet with the regent. We only wanted to tell you, by the way, there's a ghoul waiting for you outside the chantry, sister.
Really? Well, you'll see if he has time to meet with you, and I will meet you back here.
I'm sure that whatever that ghoul wants from you, it might take more time. And besides, we need to properly introduce ourselves to the regent and shower him with our expertise.
Yes, I'm sure he'll enjoy that. And she will take her leave. Go see what this ghoul wants.
You make your exit from the chantry into the cool night. Waiting on the road, nearly outside the chantry door, is a well-dressed man, smoking a cigarette. He leans against a Ferrari, and flicks his cigarette away and steps forward as he exhales. Lady Ambrosia?
Yes. And who do I have the pleasure of meeting?
I'm Peter. I was sent to hook you up with your coterie. They've gone ahead outside the town and would benefit from your company.
Of course.
And he'll give you a look up and down and says, but then who wouldn't?
So you're a flatterer. I could enjoy this. She'll go up and kind of just brush her nails against his face. and then get into the vehicle.
He'll open the door for you and close it after you.
So where is my quartery?
They've gone on ahead. They're in between Abingdon and Marcham at the moment, in something of a Tremere holding, as I understand it.
My quartery is in a Tremere holding. Now, that should be fun, since they throw such a fit every time I try to get them to come over here.
How interesting. By the way, do you like music?
I love music, but it depends
Oh,
on
wonderful.
what kind.
Oh, I quite understand. I'm not a fan of most music. I prefer something a bit more niche.
Well, let's see. Go ahead and play it, and I'll tell you if I approve.
He'll put on Flair.
So just sit back and enjoy.
I'm still trying to learn my way through Kindred society. I had no idea that
Oh.
Olena was a daughter of Cacophony.
Yes, my precious Alina. She is a gem. I would not be where I'm at professionally without her.
She seems like a rare gem. I understand daughters of Cacophony are quite rare these nights.
They are. And we have two.
Two, you say?
And of course. Have you not met Octavia?
Of course, I've heard whispers coming outside of Elysium, but I gave them no heed.
Yes, we have two.
Interesting. And her name was
Octavia.
Octavia. Do you know who her sire is?
No. And we're not even too sure if her sire's still about. You see, Octavia is from a different era. She's quite
different-
old.
Really? Fascinating.
Mm.
1920s?
No, further.
1910s?
Oh, you need to go back much, much further, darling.
Amazing. Amazing. Is she... I mean, no offence, of course, Lady Ambrosia, but is she the oldest person you know?
Close to it, yes.
Fascinating. How
Oh, wait till you see
absolutely
her.
fascinating.
Her beauty is about as standing as my own.
I could hardly believe that.
You'll see her, I'm sure. So, Peter, who do you belong to?
I'm been headhunted by the Ventrue.
Oh. So it's Ventrue.
My master is Reginald Smythe. He personally headhunted me to help with his accounts.
Interesting. And what do you think of your master?
Great man, powerful man.
Yes,
That's what I've been told to say.
Well, most Ventrue are, so I like
It's
to
just
keep
a
them
privilege.
around. I like
It's
their
such
money.
a privilege. Money is exactly what I'm here for. To make sure that it's being spent wisely.
And I enjoy spending it as well.
I can tell. You don't get a car like this, I can tell you that, if you're by the books.
So how long is this trip going to take?
It's funny you say that, because Peter brings the car close to the warehouse, passing FX's van, and escorts you to the door. sacrificing a portion of his own vitae to allow you to pass into the same marble hallway the coterie stepped into, seeing the dedication plaque to Mithras and learning the origin of the memory palace from Sri Sansa of the London Chantry. You select a door and head through, where a man, silently before you, eyes utterly lifeless. Candy, that's your fucking
Be
cue!
troubled. Am I to be troubled with your concerns? His gaze sweeps over the Nostra. Is the entire coterie here right now?
Nope. Well,
Nope.
not that you can see right now.
Okay. Just Ambrosia, yeah?
Yeah, you are about to step into the ballroom. You are in like a little side corridor. You have yet to be presented officially together.
Gotcha, thank you. A shift, subtle yet unmistakable in his expression, softens, brightening with genuine if unexpected warmth. Ah, puppet. This is a most unexpected delight. Tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
I'm told that my coterie is here. Was the information incorrect?
Let us find out.
Yes, let's.
You step into the grand ballroom as a man standing by the doorway raises his voice, presenting Lady Ambrosia, child of Gemini, child of Saulot. Across the grand ballroom's marbled floor and mix of attendees, some masked, some not, you see your coterie, all dressed in fine Victorian clothing.
Before we step forward, I'm going to reach out a subtle hand, and stop Ambrosia to whisper. Remember, dear, Kindred balls are similar to Elysium, for rules are not so enforced. Grease a few palms, keep eyes and ears peeled, see what there is to be learned.
She'll just give him a subtle nod. But she's a little confused as to why she's here. And why her coterie is in Victorian garb.
Actually, I thought not all of us put on the clothes.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
think
I know that some
remember
of you did, I know that some of you didn't.
Yeah.
That's not my job to track that.
I think it
You
was
said
just
we were all in.
I did over the clothes that I had before.
I did not.
And then I think Richard did too, but me and you didn't dress up.
I believe Richard has like a coat on top of everything.
And Piper?
Richard
Yeah.
didn't take his
Piper dressed fully.
Yeah, no, the Piper fully the heavy overcoat that is normally worn is completely gone, and the Piper's wearing a rather nice suit now.
Hmm.
Yeah, Richard didn't take any of his clothes off. He just took like a fancy jacket and put over his clothes.
Okay. Is he gonna allow her to go down the steps?
Well, my dear, I believe you have questions that need answers. Let us continue.
Yes, let's.
Seems like Ambrosia is here. I just comment because like it was announced, literally everybody heard it.
I'd look over and see Ambrosia and
Wave.
just like give away.
Slight bow of greeting.
We're all just sitting there going,
What up?
Well, some of you look quite dapper.
Thank you. I think
Another
I
slight
put
bow.
a good jacket. Yeah.
Yes, it looks good on you, Richard. You should keep it. And Piper, I'm impressed.
There's the slight, the nod that's kind of not quite a shrug. It's the nod, which is that tilt there.
Is the Piper currently masked or unmasked?
I think being all dressed up here at this ball, if ever there was a time.
Noscavian, do the thing, please.
Oh, okay.
No, you were right. You were right. I knew I had to cue you. That's all right.
So yes, in addition to the nice suit, for the first time, you would be seeing
Thank you.
the Piper's people face.
Russia would be shocked. So what
Yeah,
does the Piper look like?
Which
You ask me that, and I immediately forget everything that I am.
Oh, there you are.
Look at the picture on stream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Androgynous face, curly blonde hair, almost angelic, cherubic, but with that, of course, kindred deadness behind it.
Looks like Sanguinius with short hair.
Piper, you are such a little minx. You've been hiding from us all this time. You're absolutely adorable.
A grin, a
I was
thank
expecting a Nosferatu under there.
What's that supposed to
Yes.
mean?
You know.
Yeah. Do you like
No
to
offense.
hide your faces sometimes?
Yeah, I guess some of us, the cowards anyway.
And that is
Yeah.
an in-character laugh that is not for once modulated by Kazoo.
I think I like this one. So much more pleasant on the eyes than that beak.
Well, that's a matter of perspective.
Yo, so you can talk.
And your voice. Ooh.
Okay,
You
hold on.
have been keeping out on us.
why is everyone surprised?
Well, it's just, I don't know. I didn't know if it was
Is this the first
deliberate or
time?
whatever. As far as I'm aware.
You must not have been listening.
I'm not the most observant, so maybe.
Smile is
Nosferatu,
unwavering. The
that's
face doesn't
not
move much more
observant.
than the mask.
FX, you shouldn't lie so much.
Okay, fair. But I do have a question though. This is great and all, like gesturing towards Piper's face. But how did you get here?
Me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We had to we've been through some shit and you just walk in. What happened?
And who's that? And
Hi.
I point at the person that is with you.
Good point too.
I arrived in a Ferrari. How did you guys get here? I saw the van.
Well, yeah,
the
we just,
Ferrari? Did you see the? What were their the name?
That crazy big
I didn't see
monster.
anything.
The guys, the
No, the
the
dude.
brothers, the dudettes, like the things that
Vic.
we shoot away.
yeah,
Vic.
the Vix.
Well,
We
unless
haven't
you
seen them since we
Vix.
walked in. Yeah, we haven't seen them since we walked in because they ran inside.
Well,
and
maybe
then-
they recouped. Like we've been here for a second.
No.
That's true.
Peter gave me a drive with the Ferrari and
Peter,
Oh, not that dude.
You
wait,
know him?
how did Peter know that we were here?
Wait, who's Peter?
Peter, the
Richard
accounting
Jewell.
gold,
Oh yeah, that's
dreadfully
right. Tax
boring guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, what are you talking about? I think he's gonna achieve some stuff.
I totally forgot all about him.
well, he does have access to quite a lot of dough, so
Cool.
it'd be good to keep him around.
Well, the thing that concerns me is that he was at Elysium when we saw him. He wasn't supposed to know where we were. How did he know that our whereabouts?
That's a good point.
I don't
We
know. You'll
came
have to
here
ask him.
without with a letter that was specifically like delivered to me at Olina's place earlier tonight.
Maybe it was delivered by him.
But why?
That's not comforting. I don't
No,
like
that.
not at all.
Wait, so does that mean the Ventru were involved? God damn
Oh,
it.
darling, the Venture were always involved in
I mean, the Tremere were bad enough.
That sounds like
Ew.
I
the
mean, we are at like a Mithras
That's-
location of worship, no?
Oh, that's what this is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a memory palace.
It's a memory palace of some sort.
I think you're all being a little unfair to Peter. It sounds like a whole bunch of petals calling the pan black, you know?
I think Peter's going to be a quite nice asset. And I plan
Richard,
to
I
use
have
that
no
asset.
idea what you're talking about, but if you even just dare compare me to a dreadfully boring ghoul,
No,
well, there will be consequences.
I meant in terms of scheming. I'm saying Peter Pan schemes. Just like we scheme.
It's a good hook.
Nice save there.
Sure.
Cool.
You do realize that just with a little whisper, she can make your ears bleed.
Yes.
Or have you forgotten this?
I don't forget.
Octavia, how are you doing, darling? Are you adjusting well?
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of back to where I started,
Yeah.
to be honest. Like, this feels very familiar.
But
And I
home?
also like, like show off my
Yes.
big gown that I just put on top of the black dress, Stevie Nicks dress inspired look that Olina had, put me in before we left her house earlier.
Yeah, even with my pearls and everything, I feel a little underdressed.
I'm pretty sure we can find you something if you'd like. I
You
can.
didn't
I
see
can.
the rack outside?
No.
Yeah, I can button up that corset in like seconds. I'm really good at it.
Oh, that would be fun. I've never worn a corset before.
It's not that fun. It really gets tiring after a while, but it's a look.
She's going to turn to... Now, do I recognize Kindu's character?
Oh, absolutely. It's Gemini.
Oh, okay. Well,
No.
wait, he's supposed to be dead.
I said what I said, and I stand by it. He says, sitting there. I'm standing up!
Cut up?
So,
Well, then we
toward-
recognize him.
Well, you guys
Mhm.
should, since we killed him.
Nobody asked me.
So, this is a memory. And she looks at her sire. So, then that means you're not real.
So I walked with you toward the group, and about 1 second after you all started talking, I grew bored. And I have since started wandering around the ballroom. So when you turned to look at me, I was not there.
Interesting.
God, the old
There
man's
was a
wandering.
man here with me, was there not?
I feel
Well,
like this is where
like
the Piper,
my-
having also grown bored, would have just been watching his progress, just gestures towards wherever he's wandered off to.
I'm quite confused. Because that is my sire, or at least he looks like my sire. He has my sire's face.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
dude we killed.
Yes.
But I assume none of these people are real.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's kind of the assumption I've been going on.
Real enough.
I stopped
Okay,
someone
so-
right next to us. Hey, are you real?
What?
Are you real?
Well, is this what? Is this question rhetorical?
are you real? Or are you like a ghost?
I'm real? As real as
I
anything could possibly be. Am I not solid? Prick me, do I not bleed?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm
Let
sure
me
I've got
see
a
if
pin
you.
in here somewhere.
Why use a pin? Use your nail.
Is this a game? Is this a game?
And Roach is going to reach over and grab his wrist and just use the sharp end of her nail and just kind of scratch him.
I say,
is
madam, that is
assaulted.
highly inappropriate.
I just
We
want to
should
see
do that
if
behind.
you bleed.
We should do that out of public view. Yeah, he'll bleed. He'll seem to be scratched. Don't start anything you can't finish.
So Kime?
Yo.
I didn't say that either.
Can we smell from the blood?
No.
No, you can't tell that. No?
Blood's blood.
I will say it's acting like blood. It could, first of all, blush of life is totally a thing. Also, Victorian age. Second of all, as well, it seems like blood, but it's also kind of like it's not. You don't feel anything when you're looking at this. The beast is not stirring inside of you. It looks like blood. It should be blood. It doesn't have a scent. It doesn't have anything that's making you want to consume it.
Well, we are in a
So-
memory box.
What gender is this person?
Who cares?
They
Whatever
don't
you
have
want.
to have a gender. I'm just debating how to flirt.
Does that make a difference?
Yeah, it makes sense. To me, it makes
Really? I don't
In
think I could handle
Victorian
you.
era, yes, it makes a difference.
sense.
You don't really flirt with a. I don't know. I don't know. Anything? Who cares?
Flip a coin.
Okay,
Pick
we'll
a
call him
gender.
androgynous.
A coin is two-sided. That's the problem.
It's Victorian
yeah.
era.
We'll call them an androgynous. Who cares? May I say, gesturing to their wrist.
You're not going to scratch the wrist, too, I.
No, I would like to kiss it and make it better.
Highly suspicious. But he's not. They're not resisting.
I apologize for my friend, and I will go down and I will actually kiss their wrist and lick the blood.
Yeah, it's like diet, sugar-free blood. No.
Okay. Nope, not real.
Interesting. So catch me up. What have I missed?
Okay.
And why
thank
are we
you very
here?
much. Talk to you again soon.
Madam,
So, no clue why we're here. We've been through a journey in this.
So you got a
warehouse. It's
letter,
bigger
you
on the
said.
inside.
Yeah, we got a letter delivered in very old-fashioned style. It seems like it was penned when I was, roaming the earth back in the day. And the map indicated this place. So after, being at Elysium for a little bit, where we did meet Peter, who bored us with text stuff for
Fucking weird. He
quite a
wants me to do my
while.
taxes.
Once we did that, we came over here. There were Vics wandering and possibly guarding this place. I don't know. But we got rid of them fairly fast. Once we entered, we discovered what this place was. We got told by what was it called again? A reception? An office.
Yeah,
office.
this receptionist dude.
Yeah.
That it is a memory palace, Mithras's memory palace, and he asked us if we had questions, which all of us answered, posed a question to this guardian of
Receptionist dude.
memories, and we were presented different places, I suppose, within this warehouse. There
Oh
was
my
a
gosh, sorry guys, my
warehouse
dog.
full of strange boxes and objects
It's a big
and
monster.
yeah, big, disgusting and quite terrifying monster came out of a door that Richard opened. So we all decided to go in to save our skins, and we were taken to a library. No.
No,
Was
no.
the
First, it
library
was the
first?
alleyway. It was the
Yes,
alleyway with
the
all the rats
alleyway
and the
first
phone.
with the rats. Yes. And
And
then
Richard took a phone call.
Yeah. And then we
Yeah.
got transported to some weird location with some red
With-
tape on a map, and there was a kind of
There were
a
lockers, with hanging
carcass of me.
bodies.
Yeah, it was very specific. My name was on the door. I think
Yeah.
it's in relation to the question I asked the secretary.
Yeah, we
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's been taking us through the questions that we had.
Yeah. We're pretty sure we went through yours, actually.
Yeah,
It
Interesting.
was
Sure
like
did.
a
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go through
library.
it to get here.
I have a door here.
Yeah,
The door you
did. I
came
don't know
in.
if we can go back, but yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
full of books we couldn't read.
And once we found
Except for
a
a few.
book that we could read, which I still have with me.
You have the page at least.
I have a page. Yeah, I have the page that was decipherable. I can read it to you if you'd like.
Of course.
It says, there have always been outliers to society, those that didn't fit in, didn't want to. Composers that are now considered the greatest were not always members of regular society. Each time these great musicians appear, they become more and more outlandish. In recent years, this movement has only grown. Kind openly protesting their governments at loosely organized festivals, calling for peace soon after. Far too soon, the call for the establishment to be dismantled became violent. Sudden shifts and changes, I grow concerned as to what its ultimate goal is. Taken a sire, she was in torpor, easy prey. Her sire may have had the song in his head. Is it in the child's too? Thanks to my experiment, I was able to extract a part of it, a small part of it. A song that has echoes for countless eons. Is a portent of Gehenna. And we think that it is mentioning my sire. Since
It
my
sounds like-
question was related to her.
So this is Gemini's writing.
I can, yeah, I'll show it to you. Is it?
Yes.
Yes, it looks like his handwriting. Yes. It even sounds like him. May I? She's gonna.
Yeah.
She'll take the letter. She is going to go and find her not real sire.
Spinning Table of Horrors logo. There will be a lot of these tonight. I nearly made one, and then I realised even if I made one, you wouldn't be able to fucking see it because I'm not doing the stream. Anyway, Gemini and the Piper, or the Piper, well, really, the Piper has followed Gemini off. Just before Ambrosia catches up with them, what are the two of you talking about?
Well, I'll say the Piper, having similarly got bored and wandered off, decided to go approach the other fella of similar spirit there. Good evening, sir. I beg your pardon, but I don't think we've been properly introduced.
The man will turn and raise an eyebrow, a slight smile on his lips. Well, it seems at least one of you has found your manners. I would have thought it would be the one I chose as my sire. Maybe I chose
Child.
wrong. Child, excuse me. The one I chose as my child. Maybe I chose wrong.
A
It is a
slight
pleasure
bow,
to meet you.
a quirk of a grin, and an offered handshake. Oh, well, as they
Lovely.
say, everybody's forgetting their manners these modern nights. May I
Not
ask your
in these
name,
days and
friend?
age. My name, dear, is Gemini.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance indeed. They call me the Piper.
Pleasure. He will take her hand, bow, kiss hand in standard Victorian style.
Lovely evening, is it not? Looking around at the ballroom that is inexplicably here.
As he comes out of his bow, he will raise an eyebrow again. Yes, I think this will be an interesting night.
May I ask what brings you here?
I am here to answer questions.
Oh, marvelous. I am certain that my acquaintances have many of them.
Many, hmm, as in plural.
I should think so. They do have a
Interesting.
habit of wandering in circles, I fear.
Interesting. And he's going to look over at them, and they're having this conversation in this little ballroom with the journal and stuff, and just quirk his eyebrow here.
Throw yourself in there whenever you feel like it, Ambrosia.
Yes, Ambrosia will approach. She will pause for a moment. Sire, if it's
Puppet.
really you.
But of course.
See, the thing that has me quite confused is I watched you die not too long ago.
That is indeed unfortunate. How did it happen?
Well, let's just say that you changed teams and you burned
Me?
for it.
I would never. Are you quite certain?
She's going to hold out the page. This is in your handwriting, is it not?
His eyes will glaze for a second as he looks at the paper, and he returns to that lifeless gaze that you saw in his eyes the first time you saw him. And then after a moment, he'll jump, like he comes back to himself. Technically,
You are right.
yes. I am quite fine. Why do you ask?
Do you remember writing this?
Once again, he's going to look at the page. His eyes will go lifeless a moment, and then he will come back. That is not a question I will answer.
Does he seem to be aware of those moments when he goes lifeless?
One more time for me, was that?
Does he seem to be aware? Like, is there a registering that he's like blinking and coming out of it, or is it like, does he not seem to notice that he's having these moments?
It's like he just freezes. Like everything shuts off for a second, but he has no idea.
Okay, yeah, the second time he freezes, there's definitely the moment of like waving hand in front of face. Look to Ambrosia. Just a moment of eye contact.
He'll raise his eyebrow and look at you. Yes, Piper.
You went rather still there.
Yes, you did. It was almost like you weren't there. Are you sure you're right, darling?
I am quite sure. It is a lovely evening. I feel fine. I appreciate your concern. But you must introduce me to the others which you were with.
Yes, I seem to have lost my manners for a moment. Apologies.
That's quite all right, puppet.
This is quite strange for me.
Ah, but
She
our
will-
lives are filled with strangeness, are they not?
She hold out her hand for him.
He'll take both of her hands and he'll give a bow and kiss her hand, of course. But he will hold her hand, then he'll drop one hand, place one hand, like hold one of her hands in both hands, which, a genuine expression of warmth before dropping her hand.
This is how I like to remember you. Shall we go? And I will introduce you to my coterie.
I would love to meet them.
And she will lead him over to them. She'll
As
kind
we're
of glance
walking-
back to see. Yeah, she'll kind of glance over her shoulder to see if Piper's following.
Yeah, the Piper's trailing behind, still very much eyes on the ballroom.
And then as we're walking, he's going to, look over to Ambrosia and say, "Don't you mean this is how you remember me?"
I'm not too sure how to explain this, but I'm told that this place has to do with memories. So I'm wondering if you're just not the memory I want to remember you with.
His eyes will go lifeless for just a brief moment, and then he will smile and continue walking. But it's like you never said that.
Yeah, so when she arrives with the group, she's got a very confused look on her face.
Piper's grin has yet to fade.
My friends, may I introduce you to my sire, Gemini. Gemini, this is my friend Richard, Malkavian, as well as his clanmate FX. And these two
And May.
beautiful women are daughters of Canophany, Alina, and our darling Octavia.
Hey,
And of course,
dude.
you've met Piper.
I raised my hand to give him a high five.
He'll look at you. He has no idea what a high five is, so he's just going to stare at your palm for a moment.
Okay.
He'll let you take his palm, and then after you, high five him,
Yeah.
he's just gonna look at his palm, and then he's gonna look at you, like kind of very confused.
I share the
I
same
just-
confusion.
Do beg your
She's-
pardon. She is very foreign.
She's from the colonies.
Which
Oh.
ones?
If that would explain the whole thing.
Not exactly the colonies. We just kind of gotten taken over by colonists. It's hard to explain.
Regardless, the
I'm
greeting
Hawaiian.
is outlandish because she is not of here.
Oh, I understand. A custom.
Yeah,
Please
it-
forgive me,
it's
I
gonna
was not
sound cool.
aware. We are all cold, are we not?
No, cool. Like, yeah, dude, cool.
I know not this word, dude.
I think you would know, dude.
It just
Victoria?
might be a
Something
different.
very different.
It's
Very
the other side of the
different
ocean,
meaning.
same time. It's just the other side of the ocean, dude. It would be in the vocabulary. Strange as it may seem, but yes, it would.
Okay.
We had the
Yeah,
Victorian
Gemini's
age.
not
You were going
actually
through the
Victorian.
western frontier.
Fair. Okay. Well, either way, he's quite confused. But he kind of nodding along, and there's There's a little bit of a little bit of a smile, like he's trying to be polite while he's looking at Ambrosia, like, what the hell is going on?
She'll just pat his hand reassuringly.
Okay, so are we in Octavia's memory or Ambrosia's memory? I look at Richard and I'm like, I'm really confused.
Do I see anybody in here that I would recognize from my time when I was in the court of London?
You do not.
Nope, not mine. Again, we have been told that this is Mithras's memories. It's not mine. It's not yours. It's not Ambrosia's.
I mean, I guess it just seems a little personal, you know.
Gemini, have you encountered Mithras? Are you part of his company? Also, my pleasure. I am Octavia. And
At
I
this
curtsy
point,
deeply.
he'll give a bow back. A pleasure to meet you.
I'm walking around Gemini, like giving him the up and down as they're talking.
He has accepted that apparently this person is from like the backwaters, and he understands that it's okay. But that's the answer to the question for Mythos. No. I find it quite unique you are at a ball. Some of you are dressed nicely, but I have seen no one dance.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
What,
We're a little
we just
caught off
got
guard
here.
right now.
We're just,
Yeah.
perusing the space.
Richard will start breakdancing.
Yo.
Sort of turn-
Like 80s style.
Look at him, just baffled.
Dex and performance, please.
Sure.
I'm gonna need to make a willpower check
Busting
here.
it down.
Do you think this is going to be a bad roll for me? Because you're going to be surprised.
Also, I just above table. I just want to like a quick question. We're not supposed to know Richard is a Malkavian, right?
Correct.
No.
Or does
Child
Ambrosia
of
know?
pain.
No one knows.
We have
Good guess.
suspicions,
Okay.
but it's never been confirmed. Yeah.
Richard, you stride confidently onto the dance floor, attempting to break dance as you have seen people of the age do, and immediately fall flat on your face, spin around, and come to an immediate halt, quite embarrassingly being stared at on the dance floor like an nincompoop.
Yo.
Still better than a kangaroo hop.
That was difficulty 8 roll.
Oh, I didn't get any.
You think it's going to be
eights.
difficulty 7 to breakdance? Have you seen how breakdancers move? That is not difficulty 7.
Well, I saw it at the
Go on.
Olympics.
Do a
can do
worm
that.
right now. Do a worm now, and I will
That
fucking give
was
you that.
not breakdancing.
I can dance just as well as Raygun can.
So in the chat there, we have a bias success.
Oh,
Oh.
for breakdancing,
For
yep.
breakdancing!
Damn, I was taking the piss far too much. But yeah, that'll be absolutely fine. We rewind the time, and you stride confidently onto the dance floor, and it goes a little something like that. And that's all I can remember of that Run DMC song.
And I finish with like all seemingly defying gravity as I stand up
Spins on his head.
with my arms crossed in the b-boy stance.
Still staring, utterly just no, like just staring.
Sweet moves, man.
Yeah. Whoa.
You may have two
Gemini's-
humanity.
Gemini's going to whisper to Ambrosia, I was not aware Kindred could suffer from seizures.
That was not a seizure, my guy. That was some of the sickest carpet tearing moves you've ever seen.
Indeed, yes, sickness. I agree.
Looks at the floor.
Oh,
Figure
wits
of
and
speech.
awareness. Wits. Yeah, actually, wits and awareness, please, Piper.
Okay.
This is a fairly difficult roll.
Yeah, Ambrosia just has no words.
Sounds rough, mate. Piper, as you look upon the floor, first of all, you gaze upon Richard and the sight, and then as you look closer at this marble dance floor, you work out the pattern and see in the center a devil motif.
Yeah, the Piper starts just like looking for this carpet that FX was talking about, and then just starts wandering away.
Where you going, Piper?
Gestures towards the pattern, the motif.
It is huge. It is like most of the dance floor.
Yeah, just gestures, taking it in, but very clearly looking at the floor, strolling around. For
Just saying, this is humongous wax on, humongous wax off.
Yeah, just gesturing it, just
Be
gesturing at
excellent
this.
to each other.
Very
And
clearly
party on.
looking, and getting the complete view as the people move around it.
Gemini is going to raise an eyebrow at Piper. I see you notice the devil in the details.
Oh yes.
Is our friend Richard still spasming, or
I must ask, Gemini, is this a devil you know? Or a devil you don't?
one never entirely knows the devil, my dear?
Not entirely, but
No.
perhaps partially.
About the time you think you do know him, he's not the one you think he is. She looks
I see
directly
this
at her
ball.
sire.
I see that this ball has quite a theme, considering that the music playing is La Danse Macabre.
I would still be
Take
interested
your
in seeing you
fucking
dance.
XP point and get on with it.
I think I'd be more interested in hearing them sing for us. Octavia, would you sing for us?
Sure. I'm gonna
like you
approach
to do
the
for me.
orchestra or
Mhm.
whatever is playing the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is there an orchestra?
It is a full orchestra.
Figured.
They have 2 triangles.
What do you need me to do?
How many cannons?
Charisma performance, please.
And I'll be right back.
And I'll tell you what. No, do that first.
Okay. Why did it? Oh, I'm sorry. I fucked that up.
No, it's okay.
Can I just roll charisma by itself? I don't know why
Yeah.
it didn't. He didn't pick both of them. Well, I guess 2.
Everyone else. Dex performance, please.
God.
What for?
Yeah, why are, what?
Because I need to know if I need to use a specialty. Will I be singing?
No. And of course, After doing it, yeah, Richard's going to fail at that one, isn't he? Of course he fucking is. And Octavia. Oh, that's because, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Octavia,
Yes.
you begin your serenade, your song. It's all flooding back to you. This is your Elysium. This is your territory. You allow the music to flow through you as perfect notes exit your larynx. Everyone in the room is enraptured by your natural talent and begins to dance. Each of you taking a partner and beginning to glide upon the dance floor, elegantly like silk caught in the wind. The gathered guests begin to stop, forming a circle around the coterie and raptured around Octavia. They enjoy the pleasing spectacle of you all dancing perfectly to this Baroque orchestra, to the perfect singer, and finally ending in time, giving a bow or courtesy to your partner, and to be greeted by a round of applause from the circle of watchers. The appreciation eventually winds down. Also, by the way, everyone, except Richard, you get one humanity. The appreciation winds down as the guests... You don't get anything, Richard. You got 2 humanity earlier for breakdancing. The appreciation winds down as the guests return to dancing or talking amongst themselves for the most part. From the dispersing crowd, you are approached by a tall figure, dressed in a formal white Victorian dance suit. Black frills bloom from the ends of the jacket sleeves. A deathly pale neck is exposed, but the face is hidden behind a full mask that seems to be modelled upon a Renaissance painting. Excuse me, you must be Octavia. Fucking hell, that's fucking loud. Could you tell the orchestra to shut the fuck up, please?
I curtsy a bow. Yes, it is I. Are we acquainted?
I could tell you were a daughter. Such beauty and elegance is unmistakable. Have you all presented to our host, Sir Hedrick? Sir fuck off! Sir Cedric!
I believe we haven't. We have not had the pleasure to meet with the organizer of this beautiful ball.
I see. He isn't actually a knight, of course, but Ventrus like titles, and Sir Cedric is best kept in good temper. However, Lady Octavia, I know you are an important guest tonight, but would you do me the honour of allowing me a dance, perhaps, my lady?
It would be my pleasure. I
Come,
give him
let's-
the hands.
Let us talk and dance. I believe Sir Hedrick... Sir fucking... Why am I always saying Sir Hedrick? Sir
It's
Cedric.
Hedrick now. Fuck it.
Sir Cedric
Is it for?
is hosting a parlour game yonder. Lady Octavia... Arthur! Lady Octavia will be safe with me in your absence. He nods his head and extends his hand formally to you, Octavia. Guides you to the dance floor, holding your hand in the air, before separating, bowing to you, and begins to lead you in a close, slow waltz. His head next to yours as he says into your ear, I've lived for over 200 years, seen things that would bring others to their knees in joy, but nothing ever prepares me for gazing upon your perfect beauty. We should have some cover to talk a bit more openly, my love, but we should still be cautious. Anyone can be listening from anywhere. Spinning Table of Horrors logo!
Damn.
With the departure of Octavia, you are left to yourselves among the guests that seem to leave you to your own devices. Coming from the direction indicated to you where Sir Cedric, it seems to be the sound of laughter and small clapping as a small group of partygoers come walking out, those whose faces you can see bear the look of deep relief.
Are they
Dude, I'm gonna check it out.
relief because I'm not talking to Sir Cedric anymore? Or did I misinterpret? Richard will join FX in going to investigate.
Yeah. I heard parlor games. It's like, why not?
I would like to try to find.
Oh,
I would like to try to find a partner to dance close by Octavia, just to keep an eye on her.
You don't want to do the parlor games?
Richard will do the parlor games.
Okay. So, is anyone not going to meet Sir Cedric?
I'm not.
Yeah, I might
Apart
catch
from-
up with him later. I think the Piper wants to dance.
Oh, you...
I could
Yeah,
dance with the
Ambrosa's
Piper.
definitely going to be
Piper?
with her.
You will have to spend a willpower if you want to stay and dance.
Okay, I mean, I'll go. Which, if that seems more interesting over there,
Here,
I'm gonna go
yeah, I'll
poke
do
this
this.
shiny thing.
I'll jump in here to I'm catching names here. Sorry, to Olina and Piper, and I'll say it would behoove you to show the respect of greeting your host tonight.
Yeah, I'll say hi to him in a minute. I'll go in with Octavia.
Ambrosia's going to stay with her sire.
Maybe
Do you know our good host?
I missed that.
Do you know our good host? Are you and he acquainted?
So how okay, eyes glazed for just a second.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Personally, no. But he is a Ventrue, my dear. And very picky. And you're very picky and somewhat powerful host for the evening.
Well, far be it from me to neglect decorum.
You step towards the room where Sir Cedric awaits you, finding him in a splendid conservatory surrounded by plants and statues as he sits in a tall-backed rosewood seat in front of a large table with large cushions thrown on the floor for seating. Sir Cedric straightens his dress coat, flips his coat-tails, exposing his black pantaloons, and strokes his handlebar mustache as he says, "Ah, good evening, good evening. You must be the reason I am back on this night. This fateful night. Now, etiquette. No matter where or when you're from, you must follow proper etiquette. I am Sir Cedric, child of..." Sir Cedric's mouth continues to move as if he was talking, but what escapes his mouth is nothing more than some kind of long, drawn-out flurry of syllables before snapping back to, "And you?"
FX?
Yeah,
Pleasure.
FX.
Leech. Of House Leech. Yeah.
Clan, boy, clan.
Isn't it obvious?
Etiquette. Etiquette.
Nosferatu. Clan of the Unseen.
Good boy.
He does a kind of awkward bow.
Richard.
Next.
My name is Richard Chashur of Clan Kane, and I bow with my fedora.
Richard. What kind of a name is that? It sounds like the end of a disappointing orgasm. Richard.
Well, I mean, if you don't like it, you can call me Dick.
Next.
I kind of
Who's coming after Dick? Who is coming
Lady-
after Dick?
Lady
Always.
Ambrosia, Clan Tremere,
Ah,
and child of Gemini.
next.
It is indeed a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Sir Cedric. I am the echo of the music in the dark, known to many as the Piper of Clan. Well, your guess is as good as mine. Good evening to you.
Autarchus. Next.
Gemini will bow slightly. Greetings, Sir Cedric. Gemini of the Tremere.
Very good. Very good. Wonderful. Let's play a game.
What game do you
This-
propose?
Yeah.
Charades! With a twist. Instead of some boring kine activity, the subject is death. We'll have to guess the method of killing you're showing. Won't it be fun?
Indeed, it shall.
We had someone previously demonstrate a very, very wonderful thing. They called it the break. And I believe Richard will demonstrate the break for us now. Alright, so I had a
don't
friend
believe him.
who wanted to know his sperm count. So he went to the doctor and, did the thing, and the doctor said, okay, well, come back, fill this jar, and we'll do it. And so he goes home and he needs to fill this jar. And, he tries to get started, but he just can't. No matter how hard he tries, he just can't. Just can't. Ends up asking his wife for a hand, and she can't do it either. She can't do it either. Asked his fucking mother-in-law to help. Still nothing. Still can't. Still can't. So he goes back to the doctor, and the doctor says, well, what happened? He says, well, I tried all weekend, but none of us could open the fucking jar.
I hate you.
Hey, sometimes jars are hard to open.
Yeah,
Even with both hands.
you need the gripper.
Yeah. One hand on the shaft, the other one twisting firmly.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes wetting the end helps.
Or banging it against the counter.
Or like really, really hot water because it will cause the metal to expand.
We're not going to beat banging it against the counter.
I don't kink shame.
We don't judge.
So how
Your
about that
face,
charades?
Western. I love it. You just
So
had that
charades.
grit. That's great.
Raids.
Yes,
I'm not
back in
going
the
for it.
conservatory. Sir Cedric looks upon you all eagerly. Charades. One at a time. Eagerness, eagerness. You, the one that sounded like a disappointing orgasm.
Oh, is that me?
Yes!
Okay,
Would you like me to do it formally again?
but no,
So I
no.
take it you didn't like King Richard then?
For my charade, I will. Hold on. Let's see here. Just a second.
One size fits all, Pixie.
Oh. Well, never
Well,
mind,
fuck.
I guess.
Well, you stand there and attempt to will your vitae around the appropriate measures, trying to take on a new face, a generic face, something. Unfortunately, you end up looking like a disappointing orgasm.
Yep. Yep. And then I will do this.
Did you dress up in a red jacket and outdance the living dead?
Milking a llama.
How did
I
you
am so
kill someone
terrible at
like that?
this
What did
game.
you do?
Died of embarrassment.
Is he?
I think he stabbed.
You
someone
snuck
in the
up to
back.
someone, pushed
Yeah.
them in the Thames, and then shoved a bellow of tobacco up their bumhole. Genuinely, that was actually what they... Yep, genuinely, that's how they cured drowning. Cured. Don't look at me like they had bellow of tobacco. They had bellows, and they would put tobacco smoke, and they would put it up your bumhole to get you resuscitated from drowning.
Huh.
If you think that's bad, you should see what the chainsaw was invented for.
Oh yeah.
Let me guess. Circumcisions.
No. Childbirth.
Yup.
That's terrifying.
No, what's
It-
terrifying is what they
extremely.
fucking did before that, because people were like, yeah, give me the fucking chainsaw. What the fuck were they doing before that for people to say, fucking chainsaw that cunt out? That was bad phrasing, wasn't it?
Okay, back to my charade.
Are you some kind of kangaroo?
I'm pretty sure he's sneaking up and stabbing someone in the back.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Is that
Oh.
it?
FX
That's
got
your
it.
favorite? How boring!
It-
Oh, you're so dull.
Well, I tried to make myself look like you, but I failed.
And you expect this to be met with praise?
Yes.
This guy's hard to please.
Well, you're gonna get a fucking XP point.
It's certainly a point for audacity from me.
Yes, you certainly live up to the name Richard, don't you? Who's next?
I'm going to whisper to Ambrosia. Your friend is quite ill.
Yes, I know. To get used to it after a while.
You there. The one with the face who looks like he's been run over at least 3 times.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you have?
Oh,
Forwards,
not sure
backwards,
you'll
and forwards once more to be sure.
I'm sure you won't be very pleased, but here we go.
That is for me to make a judgment, not you. Oh, he's standing up. He's getting an XP point just for fucking standing up.
I wasn't sure. Okay, yeah, I might stand up. Here we go. I might make it easier.
God, do you remember being that skinny? I didn't. I don't. You turned into a shark! Leapt out of the water and pulled someone unsuspecting into the Thames, where they were taken out of the river, shoved bellows up their buttocks, and it... Yes. No?
Puppet show.
You like
Puppet show.
to
It's one of the
sneak
puppet
out-
shows.
He sneaks out of the sewers and grabs an unsuspecting victim and pulls them back down.
Yeah, there you go.
That,
That's
that,
it.
That
yeah.
was my guess too. Yeah.
Yeah, good job.
So the
Ambrosia.
method of death is...
But
falling?
that
No, but
it's like
I end up eating.
it's like
you
a
know.
trap. It's like a trap
Yeah.
spider. You know, they walk close to the trap, and the spider reaches out and snatches its prey and gobbles
She
it
gets
up.
me. She gets me.
Of
Why
course
are
I
you
do, darling.
hiding?
It's you know, where I'm from, it's kind of hard to like be seen. You know, it makes it complicated. It's easier just to bam, snatch it and disappear.
Disappointing. You should be out and that sounds way too encouraging for what it's meant to be, but you know. You should be seen. Oh Christ! Everything just seems too motivational. Hey, he just says something that's motivational but not insincere, all right?
Out and proud and see.
Having never received words of encouragement that were sincere, I'm not sure how to convey them myself.
I love and support you, and I want you to do good in everything you do.
Like I said, sincere.
If you think I'm not sincere, I will slap you with that fish.
Yo.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
is there anyone here who's got something that's better than stabbing someone in the back and falling?
She will. And Bush is going to just slightly give Alina kind of a shove forward.
I'm out on the dance floor.
Oh, are you on the dance floor? Oh, that's right. You didn't come out here.
You could say there is blood on the dance floor.
Hmm.
So many copyright strikes in one fucking game.
As long as we don't sing it, we're fine. Or if I sing it, we're fine, because it sounds nothing
We
like
got-
the original.
We got 2 copyright strikes for the last game.
Really?
For
Yeah,
what?
Warner Brothers for Dance Macabre, and they somehow still managed to recognize Venom in League with Satan, even though it was reversed.
Oh my god.
That's weird.
I'm still trying to get over Warner Brothers claiming Dance Macabre, especially when I meant to found it from a DMCA free list, but fuck it. If it was up to me, I would have just put a load of copyright music in it. That's what this game deserved, but no. Anyway, before the old man goes off on his rambles more,
And nobody wants to go.
I believe you're the only one left. Well, you and one other. But you're here for now. I'm picking on you.
You want me?
Yes.
She will grab the nearest person to her that's not part of her coterie. And hopefully, well, she wants a ghoul or a human, not a kindred. Is it possible to grab one? Okay.
Roll strength and brawl and we'll find out.
Oh god, I don't even know how I'm going to send this one out. Because it
I mean,
needs to be
judging
with
what
her.
Richard was doing earlier, I think he would have been very happy
I
for
know,
a roll
but
instead.
I'm trying to
That's
keep
good.
it
That's good.
keep it in her path. So you know what her path is.
You're able to grab one of the nearby attendants that was holding an empty silver platter.
Okay. So since I don't have a figure with, I'm going to explain what she's doing. She's going to grab. She's going to grab the servant and pull him to her. She's going to begin to run her fingers through his hair, very seductive like. She'll whisper something to him. She will press herself very, very closely to him as she wraps her arms around him. And then she'll tear out his throat.
Wonderful, wonderful. Look at the mess and the colours. This one gets it. This one gets it. Very, very good. I say, you there with the face. That would be the piper, by the way.
Yeah, the Piper face unmoving, unblinking, just returning the gaze like, yes, I have a face.
I think you have a suitor. Run along. I like you already.
Sort of the facial equivalent of a shrug, a slight bow. We are dismissed.
You turning around to see the person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Behind you, Piper, is a single, almost skeletal figure dressed in a black Victorian suit, wearing a bird skull mask that obscures their features from sight. As you look towards the figure, it bows, flourishing out a single, almost bone-thin arm, and freezes stiffly in place.
Well, the grin just grows. We greet this figure with a fellow bow, and of how can we resist taking their hand?
The masked figure offers an arm for you to hook your own in, and guides you wordlessly to the dance floor. A small bow is given to the dance floor as an arm is extended in gesture, where you are led in a gentle waltz. The mask looks you directly in the eye, and lets out a small sound of a slide whistle. To anyone else listening, they simply hear the sound of whistles coming from under the mask. But Piper, you, of course, know everything that is being said to you. We weren't really at this party, of course. That would be impossible. But sometimes, you know, the only way to get a decent answer is to ask yourself. Spinning Table of Horrors logo. Which is also this scene. Octavia and the masked man under the sparkling crystal chandeliers that somehow seem dull compared to the pair dancing beneath them, and the loudness of the fucking orchestra again. I told you, Octavia, I'm trying to talk to you and the fucking orchestra's just unbearable. No, Octavia, your sire, she wouldn't let you just go. Do you really not remember me? I know it is difficult to keep in touch for so many reasons.
Perhaps if I could have a glance of the face behind the mask, I could possibly remember better.
I'm so sorry. Only if you agree to take the mask off. I can't even bring myself to fucking say a cheesy line. For I
like me to take it
yearn
off?
for your touch.
I'll take it off without saying anything.
Underneath the mask, it is a completely blank face. There are no features.
I kind of instinctually this is very unnatural, so I probably she would kind of
Yeah.
have a step back and stop. The mask would fall from her hands and just look at the faceless.
He's tilting his
Circle.
head. You've never reacted that way before.
Where's the sound coming from?
It's just emitting. Like flesh, you know, it's all just solid. It's like G.I. Joe Man's crotch, but the flesh is moving away. Do I have something on my face? I fed earlier, but...
You don't have one.
Come, darling, everyone has a face.
You don't
And
have
he'll...
eyes. You don't have a nose. You don't have a mouth. Who are you?
You know me. I'm... Every single time... Well, every time he tries to say his name, you just hear distorted white noise.
Am I supposed to not remember?
You remember the plan for tonight, though, don't you?
What do you mean?
We found out. Lady Anastasia has a deal with them. To save herself, she intends to give them to you. She's already suffering from an unending fugue. She's desperate and hopes that by giving you over for study, she can seek an end to her own suffering. Tonight, we make escape for London. I've already arranged everything. We seek shelter in London, and from there, we can go on and join the Camarilla.
Who are you? What is your name?
He'll say it, and it's just distorted white noise.
Who? What is my sire doing?
She intends to give you to the Sword of Cain tonight. That is what all of this is for.
Above game, the Sword of Cain?
Sabat.
Oh. What ear is it?
Something that fits appropriately with your backstory.
Before I went into Torpor?
Yes.
Like right before?
The very same night.
Okay, 1888.
That's what I said.
That's what I heard.
Sir Cedric is a member of the Sabat. It is best to keep him appeased, which is why I sent the rest of your coterie there, so we could talk. Lady Anastasia is meeting with the Tremere, though.
So meanwhile,
trust
I
him.
am dancing and being a terrible dance partner because I'm like doing this the whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And trying to listen in. Do I hear any of this?
Wits. I tell you what, no, do perception and alertness, or perception and awareness. I'll let you do either.
We're gonna do awareness.
Yeah, you'll be able to make out at least most of what is being said. You're not going to get the exact specifics, but general overview, yeah.
Do I ever hear his name, or is it white noise to me too?
It's white noise to you too.
Okay.
But we shouldn't trust the Tremere ourselves. They're far too integrated to the Camarilla. Only the desperate would seek their help. I promise to keep you safe, and no matter what, we'll be together. If we get separated, we'll meet in Oxford, and from there go on to London. I have secured safe travel by boat.
Are you? Why is Lady Ambrosia telling me to? The Sword of Cain.
So that she can end her own suffering. The fugue is taking her over. The Sword of Cain claim that they can cure it.
But that is why we're going to sleep together. I had the same problem. That's what we were going to do. Why? I don't understand. I haven't done anything wrong.
I don't
My
understand
sire loves
it
me.
myself.
How can you say that?
That's the problem. She loves you and she's old. You're her property.
Are you... Is this real? Like, is this actually part of my memory and I don't remember?
Yes. I think that makes sense if I answer that question that way.
Like, this is obviously, like, me thinking this in my head. I'm not asking him or anything.
Hmm.
Are you Lauren?
Spinning Table of Horrors logo. Meanwhile, no, not that one. Across the same dance floor is the Piper, barely dancing any more than you need to for appearance's sake. Far more interesting is what the masked figure is saying to you, and only you. But the fucking orchestra to turn it fucking down again, guys. Whether you realise it or not, you can understand clearly what is being said. This is a rare instance. We only have a little time. The inexorable ebb of time fleeting away, something we take for granted until limits are placed upon us. Limits is what most of our kind place on themselves, be it political, social, or physical. We don't have to place limits. We can transcend this condition.
You speak and I listen.
What did you say? I missed it, sorry.
You speak and I listen.
Have you listened to them? They all
To who?
mimic something. The Camarilla living in the shadows of Kine, pretending to live like the cattle they would feed on. The Sabbat are no better, worshipping a book, taking it word for word true in the hope some saviour will cast out will take pity on them for burning their ancestor, and spare them from the one thing that all our kind fear.
And what is that fear?
The end. Every society seems to create some end times story. For us, it's Gehenna. Our kind are so paranoid that even though we would forever endure, we still have to fathom the end of it all.
Oh yes, always so worried about the destination, never thinking about the journey.
Exactly. The journey is half the adventure. Do you understand what you're saying?
You would know.
Do you get the point?
What is the point?
The
Is there
point
a
you're
point?
trying to the point you're trying to understand is that neither of the usual options are quite right. There is another way, a way they won't tell you about, a way you already are aware of, but just need to convince yourself to take.
Am I to convince you, or are you to convince me?
Yes,
Of course. It was a silly question.
it was, but you had to ask.
Oh, of course.
I would have done the same if I were you.
And so we dance in circles.
But so do they.
Of course.
All of them. One
This is the
great
journey.
big circle. But we are monsters. Even the Sabbat dress in the shadows of their mortal... What's going on here? I'm going to clear my throat. Thank you. God, I gotta stop giving handjobs to Frenchmen during a break for a tenner. We are monsters. Look around, even the Sabbat dress in the shadows of their mortal lives. You already have the correct thoughts and the strength of mind to know when to yield to your bestial nature.
As you speak, I listen.
And then give in. Follow your own path. Perhaps there may even be one in your coterie that can follow you on that path.
What a fun dance this is.
Unlike the others, though, we are quite aware of what is going on. We know that this is all just for show. They seem to do it for appearance's sake. It's quite pathetic, don't you think?
Oh, far be it from me to begrudge the children their shadow puppets.
But
We're all
soon
on the
it
same
will
page
be.
at the moment.
I forget I've read ahead.
Oh, I wouldn't want spoilers. After all, it's not about the destination.
Quite. The journey was quite fun getting here. Or have I always been here?
Yes.
Indeed. Perhaps we will see more of each other?
Perhaps. Although I make no promises.
Well, think of me.
Oh, of course. I never forget
I
you.
think of you. I think of you often.
It was a pleasure to share this moment.
And with you.
I have but one question before we part.
Of course.
May I see the face beneath that mask?
You ask a question you already know the answer to.
And you would know I have to ask.
Very well. And the mask will slowly be revealed. And although it is your face looking back at you, it seems deader, emptier, thinner, hollower, sunken in eyes, deep blue bags underneath them, barely visible veins underneath the pale, white, transparent skin. And a grin.
Would I see any of this?
No.
Yeah, the Piper looks at my dance partner, taking in the details, really studying this face as though it's completely unfamiliar. And I think there would be the hand reach out, touch the chin, just tilting for the different angles. It is good to see you.
It's interesting to see one's roots.
Yes.
You reveal your own fangs to yourself, and you'll notice that they are immaculately longer. All four of them. Far broader, almost more canine than before.
It seems I have quite the journey to meet you.
Just enjoy yourself along the way.
Oh, I
You only
intend.
get one chance.
Oh, I intend to. And I hope you enjoy whatever path you walk next.
The destination is not the point.
No.
You'll find others along the way. Not all of them talk, but all of them you can learn from.
I'm very good at listening.
I'm sure you'll take a bite out of your studies.
The Piper winks.
And have a very good evening.
The most proper farewell bow.
And it returned in kind.
So we turn, we part, we go and look for wherever the others, whoever's around. What are they up to? Spinning Table of Horrors logo.
That. As you sway on the dance floor, the smooth, dulcet tones of the orchestra is interrupted. Okay, that's not right. Wherever you are, you're in the conservatory. And you didn't hear nothing. You heard nothing. So those of you that were playing charades will be coming out of the conservatory at this point, possibly with your own look of relief on your faces.
We had
Yeah.
such a fun game of charade.
Uh-huh. Pleasant experience. Walking out, looking on the dance floor. Is, I'm assuming, Octavia still dancing?
Where did we leave? Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then Piper
Probably
just
more in a
finished.
corner, further
Okay.
out, and I'm not like really dancing.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm visibly shaken in a way. Like I'm definitely like not having
Okay.
like I'm not smiling and like enjoying like.
Yeah.
Are you shuffling?
It's amazing. Like, I
Every
try
day.
to flirt with someone and that's their reaction. They sit in a corner and just say I'm not having a good time.
I'm still
it-
dancing nearby, like
Yeah.
this the whole time.
Yeah, Heike, the Piper's probably switched to some other dance partner, and we're just meandering around the floor now.
Okay. I would walk over to kind of where Alina is and like awkwardly like take the guy's position and begin dancing with her and just be like, what I miss.
Is this how you dance?
This is how he does. He's awkward as hell, bro.
I immediately
He's obviously
step on
like
his
tripping
foot.
over himself. Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2. Right, tell me in between 1, 2. In between
Yeah,
1, 2.
exactly.
What did you hit?
Right.
What I
One,
miss.
Terrible
Yeah.
I'm worried about Octavia. That the man she's with is being very familiar. He has no face. And
Well, I mean-
I'm afraid he's gonna try taking her away.
Aren't we in? Isn't this all this fake? How can he take her away?
I don't know, but I'm not taking my eyes off her.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. Should we just wait for her to resolve that? Do you think we need to intervene?
I don't think she's in any danger yet.
Okay.
I don't want to hover. Which is exactly
Yeah.
what I'm
No.
doing.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Sweet. Well, I guess just let me know if anything changes. And he would like just
would be?
awkwardly. Okay, fine. I'll stay. But it's just it feels weird. I'm not used to this at all.
We're doing the high schooler sway back and
There we
forth.
go. There we go.
Richard will come over and start like joining them, and they'll like be doing a three-way dance of just awkward.
Yeah, we're threesome now.
Dun,
There
dun,
we
dun,
go.
dun, 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 dun.
Definitely not spying.
So
Yeah, we look even less conspicuous now.
Richard will whisper, "Did you guys get any good intel?"
I repeat everything I just said.
Yeah. So I guess we're just waiting.
Ambrosia,
Mm.
what are you up to? Presumably with your sire.
Yes, since everyone's left, she's now with her sire. I think she would drag him for a dance. She has
They're so
questions.
gonna shag.
Gemini, I have so many
Yes?
questions.
Many
Are you-
questions.
Are you my memory, or are you someone else's memory?
Yes.
Can you tell me why you left me?
I have not left you.
No, you left me. And you have no idea what you left me to. I had to fight to survive. And not to be killed for your treachery.
I have no recollection of this treachery.
I just want to know why you did it. Why you left me and joined them. And why you were experimenting on Octavia.
My dear, because you are my child, I shall extend to you a boon. One of knowledge, should you possess the wit to grasp it. In the folly of youth, the fledgling kindred cling still to the tattered remnants of mortal conceit. They fancy themselves sovereign, imagining the world must bend and bow to their whims, that reality itself must shift, merely because they hold themselves in such high esteem, believing their delusions warrant it. At this moment you'll see his eyes start becoming a little more crazed. But heed me well, child. The laws that govern our kind do not waver merely because you wish them to. The cosmos is indifferent to the arrogance of the untested. You, my child, would do well to learn your place. In time, should you endure, you will come to grasp a bitter truth, one that all ancients have learned through the slow decay of centuries. You are not so mighty as you once believed. Tell me, why do you think our kind covets power above all else? The elders, you so readily name arrogant, stand upon heights you cannot yet fathom. When an elder speaks, they do so with the certainty that their words shape the world itself by the power they have amassed. This is why we seek dominion with every dreadful breath of our accursed existence. Because to lack power is to be at the mercy of those who hold it.
I wish that it was possible to change a memory, to change the outcome, and to save the unsavable.
Time, my dear child. Time. You see
And
through
what
the
am I
eyes of
to-
youth. You see betrayal. If you live long enough, you will understand a different truth. You must seek power.
So that's what you were doing. You were seeking power from the sword, from the Nathandrals. What power could they possibly have had that we didn't already have?
His eyes will glaze for a moment. And he's going to do that weird freeze thing. Okay? And then he will come back. And he will smile. Power can be found in many places. Do not discount it.
So you deceived me into thinking that I was the most important thing to you.
But you are, my dear. With great
If I
power.
was, you wouldn't have left. You
Well,
left me to the wolves.
I left you a path. Stride boldly forward, my child.
I wish I could change it. Because it was not a path I wanted.
We live a shadow of unlife, a path none of us wanted,
But it
held
seems
at
that
the
you
whims of those
chose.
above us.
But you
How
chose
will you fight your
them.
freedom? Who? I do not know of which you speak. Who did I choose?
Well, you didn't choose the pyramid, that is for sure. You betrayed it. You betrayed
Betrayal.
me.
I would never betray you, my dear. Perhaps,
But you did, Gemini.
perhaps in time, your opinion will change as the darkness is removed from your eyes.
Now you sound like one of them.
He'll raise a hand to cup her face gently. You were always important to me. Even
I
if I know
surely
not
want
of
to
which you
believe
speak.
it. I wish I could believe that. Okay, look at that. Turn that darn thing down.
Who let the gangrel in?
It's a ferret. Did he let the ferrets in? Who let the ferrets out? Okay, now it's turned off. Okay. I did not think seeing you again would be this painful.
A pain is a pathway, is it not? I
That
can
is
promise
definitely-
you this. I would never have betrayed you. I do not know what happened. But my dear, with great pain comes great responsibility.
So should I tell you that your betrayal forced me into servitude of another?
Time, my dear. Time. Servitude for now. But what comes after?
I don't know if I'm strong enough to break that servitude.
You are my child. Of course you are strong enough.
Excuse you?
Sorry. Just laughing on Kendi's behalf.
Bastards over here sending these lines. Okay.
Well, I will just relish the moment I have with you once again. Before it is torn away from me once again.
His face will go blank. And then he'll come to, and he'll smile. But it's obvious he does not remember what was just said.
As you sway on the dance floor, the smooth, dulcet tones of the orchestra is interrupted by a piercing scream and cries of murder, catching all of you off guard, as many of the partygoers simply vanish, leaving some of you standing awkwardly alone, having been dancing with someone who's just disapparated.
Can I
You
try
think
to
the piper
vanish
loses?
too?
No, we are continuing to dance as though the partner were still there.
We're playing
that
Ring
and
Around the
some
Rosie.
Or that in some people's cases, and allowing you to see the rest of the coterie easily, and the source of the screams between you all coming from atop a grand winding staircase where you watch a young woman come bursting out of a room screaming murder, wiping bloody tears over her face as she runs across the landing out of sight.
Is Gemini still with me?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well,
run
letting him
over and
go
grab
that easily.
Octavia's hand.
Has my
Octavia.
partner disappeared? Yeah.
He disappeared before your eyes, saying the words, "I wish we had more time, Moonlight."
Did they answer what I asked?
That was what he said. You fucking love it and hate it at the same time.
That's true. Okay. Who, like, do I recognize a person wailing?
Perception, awareness, or alertness.
I guess. Nope.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to spend the willpower. Because come bursting out of that room, even though it is only a brief moment, and that perfect face is smeared in blood, you could have sworn it was you.
Would the rest of us have seen that? Seen that
Yeah,
was
just
her?
for the brief. I mean, it depends if you want to roll it.
Yeah, I'll roll it. What was it?
Yeah.
Perception,
Yeah,
awareness, perception,
yeah.
alertness.
I'm gonna follow myself. I know that Olina was trying to snatch me, but if I like figure out who that is, I'm gonna be following the echo of myself.
Ironically, everyone except Octavia sees Octavia running.
Chasing
Well,
after
I guess I
Octavia.
did because I did spend willpower. So
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Octavia chasing after yourself.
And I'm chasing after Octavia.
And I'm chasing after Octavia
We'll
and
catch
Octavia
after
and
Octavia.
Alina.
It's like
What-
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think all of us are chasing after her.
What's Octavia's appearance? Stat wise.
4.
Okay. I'm gonna try something.
Why?
here.
A hottie.
Mm.
Okay.
Can I turn myself into Octavia?
Oh God, too many Octavias.
I can't disagree with that. You absolutely can.
Oh
I think I
no.
just-
I really want to know where you're going with this.
Should I too? I'm just kidding.
And then I too will chase after Octavia.
Hey Gemini, do you want to as well? I've got a dice pool here.
No.
Oh, is that why you asked me? Because you need to spend blood points
Yeah.
to get to it? Okay.
He's doing mad lad stuff. I don't know. I have no idea where he's going with this. But
Living
we're gonna
his
stick
life.
with it. Yeah, we're sticking with it. I want to know where this is going.
Yeah.
It's the man. I need to make myself look better because it's the difference between our
Story of my life.
appearances. So it still costs me 3 blood because Richard is not pretty.
Yo.
I thought that
Nope.
appearance you need to like have somebody actually modify you to get, or no?
Mask
No?
of a Thousand Faces is a little different.
No. Your actual stats. I thought that was like the only clause. If you wanna do appearance, you have to
I'll have to have a
actually
look
get
at that one.
I don't think so. But
vampire
I'll look at that
surgery,
one.
yeah.
plastic surgery.
So I am going to join the chase for Octavia
Mm-hmm.
Which
As
one?
Octavia.
as Octavia. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing right now. I don't know what else. is gonna
You
come.
You all burst towards the white door, where Octavia 2 went through.
We could have like Octavia OG, which is our Octavia, and then just Octavia.
Octavia Prime. Octavia
Yeah, Octavia
Independence.
Prime. There you go.
I mean, you could always like say Echo, like Octavia Echo too, because it's an
True.
echo of the past.
There you
So
go.
like the echo, that's kind of
Bro.
nice and poetic.
This is quite dramatic right now.
A grand window dominates an entire wall. Oh yeah, you burst into a moonlit room, where a grand window dominates an entire wall, allowing the silver moonlight to beam over the... I feel incredibly epic describing this, and it's not that epic. Shining a natural spotlight over a pile of ash like a scene from a twisted church-stained window. Within the large... We're going to get copyright struck for this, I'm sorry. Within the large room are piles of broken furniture, overturned chairs, a large vanity table thrown on its side resting in the shattered remains of the once splendid mirror that sat atop the desk. I've got to turn that down because I'll get into that too much as well.
I'm just here to watch. I'm going to see what both Octavias are
I'm
doing.
just
Wait,
making
there's like
different
a
alternative
pile
lyrics
of
in my head.
ashes, you said?
Yes.
What is my echo doing?
There is no echo in this room.
Oh.
Do I recognize this room in any way?
It is your side. Well, oh, no you wouldn't. No you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Again, I'm gonna run up and grab Octavia's hand. Hopefully, actually keep it this time.
Which Octavia?
The one I followed. I thought you
I
said
thought
the
that
other
the
one.
Yeah,
other
you said the
one
echo wasn't
wasn't
here.
there. Like, what do you?
Yeah, I know what I said. Which Octavia?
Oh, because Richard.
The Richard Octavia would be behind me, and I followed
Yes.
Octavia.
Which is why,
so I
yep,
would
you
know.
were right. Absolutely.
Okay.
But you all
Right.
started questioning me like I was a
forgot.
fucking idiot, and I'm like, no, there were
No,
three
I
Octavias.
forgot that Richard like
yeah,
fucking
you're right.
transformed into myself.
Oh no,
like-
there were three Octavias there, and I was not going to forget that.
Yeah, the Piper taking up the rear, just watching, like, huh.
Um,
Are you okay?
I don't respond. But I'm gonna like walk over to the ashes.
As will I.
I don't
I would
think I'm
have
paying
to,
attention
still
to
holding her hand.
anybody else at the moment. Like I'm barely paying attention to Alina, who is holding my hand, and I'm like literally
Yeah.
dragging you with me.
Yeah. They will be in clothes that you most definitely recognize as that of your sire. Dramatic
What was her
cue.
question? Was it what happened to my sire, or where is my sire?
Yeah, is my sire still sleeping? I crouch down. I grab the garment that lays with the pile of ashes. My sire did always had always she had a necklace that was very specific. She always had it. It was her sire's.
You'll find a facsimile of it amongst the ash.
I'll let go of her hand so she can have two hands to do things.
I grab it. And I start visibly sobbing.
Offer a hug.
Do you need to do a self-control roll?
Yeah.
Do a self-control roll for me, please.
It's only
Difficulty
self-control,
8.
right?
Yeah. It's only self-control, right?
Jesus
You-
Christ.
That's a
You
botch.
said it was only
It's
self-control.
only a self-control. Octavia, look at this carnage wrought before you. The things you're learning. Now the sight. Oh, what good timing for that. Now the sight of the ashes of your sire. It is too much for you to bear. Beast is I feel so dramatic. The beast is overwhelming you. Urging you forward. Your fangs extend.
I'm attempting to give her a hug.
Yep, and I'm really sorry. But you are going to be taking out that frustration on the nearest unfortunate person.
Would Richard act quick enough to put himself?
No, because...
You
No.
were like the
between.
last one.
Well, I was following
And like
Octavia
we're
up to the
physically
ashes.
touching.
No,
Okay.
yeah. Also,
I can't have Octavia.
the
feeling
toilet,
Octavia.
the
Although I appreciate
storyteller has said this. There is a botch. You don't get to overrule the botch, nor interrupt the storyteller, unless you have the specific power.
I was just trying to get Richard to get fed one instead.
But I appreciate you saying something,
Thank you.
so I can delay things about the best way to hurt another member of the coterie. And also have them survive. Which is a big thing, right?
Generally, yes, surviving is nice.
Yeah, I guess the wailing would like reverberate again in the space as such as
only-
the one that was heard when everybody got, their attention stolen by it. It would be the same, and I guess Olina, you're right there, so I'm not
I have a
seeing you.
reaction, but it's gotta happen first.
You're gonna come forward, all 4 of your fangs bared, the beast in control, and you are going to attempt to bite, tear at Olina. Please roll bite attack. How would you like to respond to that?
I would like to start singing a lullaby.
Okay.
Basically, I'm to attempt to
Octavia.
calm her.
Yep. Octavia. You lurch forward, all 4 of your fangs set with one target in mind. Whoever it is that's closest to you, it doesn't matter. Your head is spinning. The song in your head is screaming. Everything is too much. You charge forward, try to leap upon her, and at the very last split second, the soothing, delicate tone escapes from Alina's mouth and reverberates around your ears. Do another self-control roll for me, please. That difficulty is going down to 6 for 5 successes plus loads of crits. Phew. You feel the beast calming. It is still scraping at the inside of your skull. It is still aching inside of your chest. Your heart is broken. But no longer do you feel the need for the time being, to tear out Alina or anyone else's jugular and feast upon the meat inside.
I'd like to force her into a hug, basically a grapple.
Are you going to contest it or just let it happen?
I don't think I would have like the strength physically or mentally to oppose to anything at the moment.
You're absolutely allowed to Weinstein her.
I mean, you're Quincy, right?
What, a non-consensual physical contact? That's exactly what the man did. And a lot worse, and it shouldn't be forgotten.
So
Am I
it's one
still
of those
frenzying,
hugs.
like, or did I call myself, like, or did she call me? Like, what is
She
happening
calmed
right
you.
now? Okay.
She is able to calm you. You're still obviously suffering. Nothing is going to
Right.
stop those emotions that are right underneath the surface, but for the time being, you have self-control. The beast isn't piloting you. For now.
And it's one of those hugs that's like not letting go, forcing into a hug, but still trying to calm down. I'll start stroking her hair. Like, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's not real.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay. I... How did I forget? How did I forget? My sire is gone. My sire is no more. She died. Somebody killed her.
Do you remember now? Are you sure this is real? Are you sure it happened?
How? I asked a question, and this is the answer. Somebody killed her. I don't.
And I'll just hold her
I
and
don't.
stroke her hair.
I don't understand. I don't remember. Why do I not remember?
I think at this moment, Ambrosia is going to feel that emotion. She's going to understand it completely because she too lost her sire in such a way. So she will also approach them both.
Is Gemini standing right there?
Yeah, he's close, but she is going to leave her sire and go to Alina and Octavia and wrap her arms around both of them. Because she understands the pain that Octavia is putting out.
I think Richard would start to back away. I think if Octavia saw him, it would be a little insensitive. So, so I think Richard.
I look up, see him, and just realize what happened. Flip him the bird.
Well, you might not know who I am.
I might not.
You just see a second Octavia. I'm gonna start to back out of the room.
That's true.
Slowly.
If I see the second Octavia, I might attack said Octavia.
I'm gonna back out of the room.
Yeah, Piper just staying in the background, loitering by doorway?
Richard.
Question
Yeah.
mark?
You back out of the room, and as soon as you step over the door threshold, you find yourself backing back into the room.
Well,
So what does this look like from the inside?
Do for me perception, awareness.
Me or Richard?
Anyone.
Okay.
would this have to be for Sense the Unseen?
No,
Okay.
but the Piper's got you at the moment, so don't worry. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Jesus Christ. All right. First of all, Jesus! Cool. All right. Piper,
Hello.
You're glancing around the room, and you find an out-of-place page ripped from a book showing accounts from the 14th to 17th century dancing plague outbreaks. A note on the side that seems to be in Gemini's handwriting just reads, "Was this the start?"
Was it?
The Piper, before following, the Piper would have paused to retrieve the mask and overcoat because the party's over. So the paper is just sort of waved in the air, and my kazoo decided not to work right there. There we go. Kazoo alert noise as the paper's waved.
You've got mail.
Uh-huh.
I'm not letting go of Octavia.
Yeah. I would glance in her direction and kind of give Piper a kind of a inquisitive look.
Paper is held up and out to be read.
I can take the note if you're holding it out.
I'm not giving it to this shady other Octavia. I don't know who you are.
Actually, I think Ambrosia will look over at FX and kind of go,
Wait, what do you need me to do?
she's
Sorry.
like, nudging her head towards the paper.
Actively swatting away the other Octavia.
Okay. I'll go look over and pick up the paper.
The Piper hands over the paper.
Read it. Mm-hmm. What does it say?
It's a page ripped from a book showing accounts from the 14th
Oh,
to
it's that one.
17th
Sorry,
century
sorry.
dancing plague outbreaks.
Yeah, great. Okay. FX would look over it for a sec. And then bring it over to the other Alina.
The other Alina.
Or sorry,
The
not
other
Alina, Octavia. I meant Octavia.
The real Octavia?
The real Octavia, yes.
Could
Sorry.
the real Octavia
The
please
real
stand up?
Octavia.
Please stand up.
Exactly.
Please stand up. Yep.
He'd hand it to her like delicately, just kind of like, trying not to impose.
I'll let one of her arms go so she can actually grab it.
I don't know. I honestly, I might be out of the frenzy, but I'm not out of the fugue. I'm just crying and repeating the same 4 or 5 things. They killed her. Did I kill her? Like, what happened? What happened to my memories? Why can I not remember? Like, it's a continuous repeating of that while I cry and I'm
FX,
sobbing. So,
yeah,
like, I
FX,
really am not in, like,
Yeah.
can't.
He'd kneel down and he'd say, "Girlie, we can find you answers. It's okay. If you want to, maybe take a sec. We're still, trying to solve this. We can solve this. We're here for you. Can you help me for just a moment and see if this paper makes sense to you? It might
Is there a
help."
chair in the room?
What was the question?
Is there a chair in the room?
Yes.
While he's saying that, I'll lead her over and set her down in a chair.
Yeah, I think
sit
that'd be the
down.
point where Ambrosia would let go.
Okay, I'll grab the paper without saying much else. What's on the paper?
Is this the same paper that's been
Yeah,
found earlier?
I believe
It's
so.
a page ripped from a book showing accounts from 14th to 17th century dancing plague outbreaks. A note on the side that seems to be in Gemini's handwriting just reads, "Was this the start?"
Can I look around the room to see if there's any evidence of how she was killed?
And you said a plague? There's like a plague?
Dancing plague. Perception. Alertness, please.
Do I
Sure you don't
recognize
want
that
me
it's the same handwriting that I found in the book?
You've got an understanding it's Gemini's handwriting, yeah.
No, I don't know. I wasn't here at that time. This seems to be the same handwriting.
Elena,
With that, Ambrosia will look to see and confirm that it is
Yeah,
Gemini.
I'll
But
just
she
hand it
will
over to
she
you.
will look directly at her sire with an arched brow, a questionable arched brow. Is this the beginning of what, Gemini?
Wait, he wrote it? I'd look over at him.
It is his handwriting, yes. I would know it anywhere.
He's just frozen again. It's just.
Yeah, the blank look.
Mm-hmm.
He's downloading information.
I don't know if he
Exactly.
realizes if he's in
Buffering.
real life muted or not, or having a poo.
Oh.
It could be. You know, we've got others pooing.
The poo poo platter.
Can do.
All right, what was the thing? What you were saying is, oh yeah, I'll be the Gemini. I'm the
Yeah,
Gemini now.
We're confronting
I'm the Gemini
him
now.
about this.
There he goes.
Come on, Daddy.
Hey, sorry, one more time there. I apologize.
He's having a poo.
He was having a poo. Ambrosia, after seeing Gemini's handwriting on the page, she's going to look at her sire and ask him, "What do you mean? Is this the start?"
I have no idea.
This is your handwriting.
So,
It is you that have written this. I know your handwriting. I would know it anywhere.
why does that mean I know what this is?
Because you wrote it.
I just said I don't know what it is.
Our memory is always disintegrating.
Memory. Such an odd thing.
Nod, nod, nod.
Did you murder Octavia's sire? Like, I'm just gonna ask him. It might resolve things.
He's just going to look at you and raise an eyebrow, and that's going to be all he says.
That sounds like a yes to me.
Yeah, I mean, his writing is here, you know. So
The
and then sorry, continue.
the omission of silence. He's guilty.
Yeah. And
Not necessarily.
well, I mean, how else would have Octavia fallen into Gemini's? Right? It's like maybe this was the night he finally got a hold of her.
You could also look for answers instead of assuming them. Also,
I'm just
my
asking.
child.
I'll look around.
And I'm going
the
to
room.
look at Ambrosia. I'm going to say, I can tell that you are distressed. I promise you, I respect the traditions.
I believe you at this point. Because I
Do
don't
you know
think
who
you
killed
yet
her?
betrayed us. Yes, do you know who killed her?
I do not.
Why were you at a ball organized by the Sword of Cain, then? If this is a memory, what are you doing here, Gemini?
I'm gonna look at Ambrosia.
This is where it begins.
Hmm? He's
This
gonna
is where
nod a no. He's gonna nod a no, but he's gonna continue looking at you.
she's gonna just back at him.
Ambrosia, search your memories.
What do you mean? What am I not remembering?
You ask me a question. I give you an answer. Where are we?
Was I here that night?
Child. Not what time are we? Where are we?
This is a memory. Remember, we are seeing memories. We are looking through a booklet, a story. It's like we opened books, and this is a page of that book. We're not anywhere. We're suspended right now. We're looking through the questions and the answers that we have been looking for.
He's gonna look over at you and raise an eyebrow. He can say yes and no.
He told me earlier. I asked him if this was my memory or someone else's, and he said yes to both.
This place.
It's maddening.
I don't remember who was saying it when we got in here, but it's full of magic, isn't it not? It might be melding our own memories to the memories that have been confined here.
When you say that, his face is gonna
Yeah,
go perfectly blank again.
Oh.
And then he'll like reset. But as you say that.
I think that's what's happening.
Can I search
Perception
the
and
room?
awareness, please, Piper.
Okay.
Sorry, Richard, what were you saying?
No, it's okay.
Very nice. You did, Ken Daddy, you did. Piper. You're the only one that's probably in a state to be looking around and not be, first of all, stared at. And you are able to see an out-of-place journal. You pick it up, and as was the case in the library, most of the text inside of the book is illegible, until you find a page you can read, which you'll see is labelled as Journal 3 in your journal.
Okie doke.
This would be great in a kazoo.
Yeah, there's just journal being rifled through in the background and just thoughtful kazoo humming.
Do you not see the journal under journal?
Oh no, I'm reading it.
Oh, okay. Alright, that ain't my problem.
Well, I was looking around the room and not finding anything. So if someone is playing music, even if it's on a kazoo, I'm gonna notice it and I'll go over and try to read over their shoulder.
Would you let them, Piper?
Yeah, yeah. If anything, the book
Okay.
is offered up.
This is Channel 3. 4.
I can read it out in the meantime. Above table.
You
I
should
can
s-
read it
well,
out now.
Yeah.
And I'll just start reading out loud. It was the night of the ball. All my plans were in place, and all she had to do was come with me. That was the agreement. She offered her child up in place. But is the feud passed on that way? Lady Anastasia was in a state of paranoia, obsessing over the child she wanted. The child with her always. We have no place for two daughters stealing away one and leaving her child to take over her legacy was the plan. Nobody would have questioned. But the spoiled bitch thought she could renege on our agreement. We have to find that song. It has to lead to an antediluvian. Antediluvian.
I had an uncle Diluvian.
Were you reading that out loud?
I was, yeah.
I would probably sprint over and can I grab it? Like I would try to just grab that piece of paper that you're reading from.
I'm not
I don't
actually
think they're
Piper.
gonna.
The Piper's got it.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think any
I
of them
would
are
try
gonna
to
begrudge you it.
Yeah,
grab
no,
it.
it's being handed over.
Could you make that available for me? I would like to reread it.
Done. Uncle DeLorean, Auntie Diluvian.
What a couple.
Richard would
Richard?
Richard would want to look around, see if he could find anything that looks sentimental or important or something like that.
Perception and awareness, or perception and investigation? That's your jam, isn't it? You look around this room, and the only thing that seems personable are the remains of the vanity table. You gaze over the remains of the once grand vanity mirror and makeup station. As you stare over the pieces of mirror, you can't help but notice that it reflects the room, but not you, or anyone else. Your eyes begin to fill with darkness. You gaze around the room. No longer is it strewn with detritus and the remains of murder. You are standing at the end of the bed, a figure coated in shadow in front of you, the face covered by a black mask. You see for just a split second before the figure pounces upon you, shattering bones under its touch. You feel the shadows crawling over you. The final sight before you are the shadow. Before I need grammar. Before you are the shadow fingers clawing at your eyes. You let out a scream of pain as you feel cold liquid run down your cheeks. Your entire body racks with pain, rising to crescendo until it is almost too much, and then the pain instantly stops. Your face in your own cold hands, vitae smeared over your cheeks and fingers.
Dang.
Good.
I guess I'll make one of those Octavia screams while this goes on.
Is this the same handwriting that we've been seeing in this journal page that I'm just reading right now?
Nope. Wait.
Journal
Which
3.
journal
Is
page?
it
Which one are you looking at? Is journal 3?
3?
3.
That is Gemini's handwriting, yes.
Where is Gemini right now? Am I by
I'm-
Gemini because he was? No.
He's in the room. Yeah.
Well, I would go over to him and be like, care to explain if you don't know anything about what happened this night, how this is here with your handwriting on?
The answer will be found in the same way I am here. I would think. Perhaps. Why am I here?
That's
And
a
he's gonna
good
look
question.
confused for a moment.
I look at
That's a
Ambrosia.
good question. We killed you once before, and I'm gonna pull out my gun and put it on his temple.
Another
Hell
kazoo
yeah.
rendition of "Row, Row, Row Your Boat" plays in the background.
He's gonna like basically ignore it, and he's gonna continue looking. And he can say, "It seems your sire backed out of a deal."
Yeah. She was gonna sell me out to the Sword of Cain. That's what I have heard from another guest, faceless one, previously. But this seems almost the contrary. It seems like she was supposed to be going in my place. I was supposed to take over the legacy of our house, our lineage, but which is the truth then?
Blank face. Sorry, I forget I'm not using camera. I apologize. The character goes blank face again. And then when he comes back, he'll just look at you and say, "Why?"
I turn back
Why
around. What?
are you seek answers? You are here for answers, are you not?
Yeah. Yes,
What
I am.
answers have you found?
Just answer the goddamn question, and I push the gun a little further into his temple.
I know what I'm permitted to know. Let me ask you this. How would Lady Anastasia, your sire, not know she asked to die? Would it not be better to save face than to have a bad reputation?
Can you repeat that?
He will smile. How would your sire, Lady Anastasia, not know she asked to die? Would it not be better to save face and die than have a bad reputation?
The the mirror I looked at, am I still in the same room as everyone else? Or did I get transported, or?
You just had that vision, and you are
Oh, vision.
3, 2, 1 back in the room.
Okay. I would tell people about the vision and that it was like really freaky and shadowy.
Are you still me?
No,
Yeah.
he changed, I think.
I think so, unfortunately.
Oh, did you fail
should-
to change?
No.
Yeah, Richard,
Yeah,
just
I
like
changed.
just
No.
just drop it, bro.
Hold on. I need to see how long it lasts, so if I can just drop it.
I think you can just drop it.
Okay, I'll just drop it then. I'll just drop it. Yeah, I'll say how I had a vision and I got attacked by a living shadow.
Are you good? Are you like actually hurt?
Am I hurt?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Piper glances
Okay.
down at her own shadow for a moment.
Great. Well, cool. You saw us from the mirror? Just don't go
Yeah.
near the mirror. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
Did anyone
Are
find
you talking about the man in the mirror? Are you asking him to change his ways?
Oh my god.
Because there's no message that's going to make any difference.
What
Was that bad?
what looks like it has more importance or sentimental value? The necklace thing or the journal thing?
I have the. I'm holding the necklace. I haven't let it go.
Yeah.
I would probably, if you're asking me, why are you asking me? I'm not the character.
Yeah, no, it would be definitely the.
Well,
the-
the necklace would
the
have
necklace.
belonged to Octavia's sire. The journal
Yeah.
belonged to Gemini.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Octavia, you trying to get information about your sire?
I'm gonna scowl at him.
No shit, Sherlock.
Actually, you can call me Dick and not Sherlock. Can I see the necklace
Why?
to see if I can find anything relevant or to help you?
At this point, Gemini's gonna sigh explosively. This place does not exist. If you are here to look for answers, search for them.
That's what I've been saying
Okay,
for the
I'll
past
just search
10
then.
minutes.
Perception. Alertness.
I think I would put the necklace on just to have it with me.
So if this guy isn't going to give us any answers, do we need him anymore?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I pull the trigger.
Please. No.
Kendo, are you available next week?
Sure.
Well, we'll decide whether or not he survives that bullet. Because we might have him for half a game afterwards. But for the time being, you fire the gun. As the bullet leaves the chamber, it rips through his skull, throwing pieces of vitae and bone into the air. The body falls to the floor and also disappears. You can walk back in that door anytime you want, mate. Don't you worry, Kendo. You walk back in anytime you want.
I
He's faking.
think that would bring a scream from Ambrosia. Because she would have leapt for her sire as he started to fall, and then he just disappears.
He's a dickwad anyway.
Why did you do that?
We got everything we needed from him.
He was so
And-
useless, and he's dead already.
You say
Sure.
we, but I have not got.
Killed.
I did not get everything I needed.
At this point, he's gonna walk through the door again, and just come and stand next to you.
How many times do we have to kill you?
God damn it! Okay. All right.
I think he might be here because of Ambrosia.
Yeah.
The
in fact, this place
first,
is
like,
real.
genuine smile on this guy's face, like, that you've seen, like, the first emotion when you said that.
Which
Richard.
corroborates my hypothesis that this place, the memories that reside here and have been residing here for who knows how long, are just meddling with our own.
I'm here to provide answers.
Richard! As
My bad.
expected, most of the page you find a book under the bed. As expected, most of the pages are illegible. You're looking for Anastasia's diary entry. Though instead of random letters or random symbols, it is riddled with random pieces of musical notation that seems jumbled and doubled over and harsh to the ear. Though some pieces of Baroque break through, interjected with fast-paced, out-of-place pieces that become more common, until finally you turn a page that you can actually read.
Let's see, Anastasia's diary. I deserve immortality. My song should sing through the ages. My song, what even is it? Is it what I... Is what I...
See, it's not so fucking easy, is it?
Is what I hear now what it always was? It's changed, I don't know. Was it always screaming? Tonight I sing for the sword of Cain once more. That damn Lasamba wants to take her away from me, but she is mine, my opus. The sword have provided the location for me to meet with this Gemini. He claims to want to find the root of this intrusion to my harmony. Though it was not agreed, Octavia will accompany me in torpor. It will be easier for the Tremere to digest a change to the deal that way. I will keep my child with me until she is ready, and I can't wait to see the look on that Lasamba's face when he has to leave thinking Octavia isn't coming. So I guess
Wait.
it sounds like Anastasia put Octavia into torpor to smuggle her away and not into the clutches of Lasamba.
So Gemini was going to help Anastasia smuggle her child out?
Gemini helped Anastasia smuggle Octavia out from under the sword of Cain, and apparently ran afoul of a very angry Lasamba.
She's going to turn to her sire. Is this true?
That makes no sense. Can I see?
Richard
Wait.
would-
He had a
So-
50% chance of getting the answer right, and he picked the wrong one.
Can I
Okay.
Yeah,
see?
He meant to say
says-
no.
It says it will be easier for the Tremere to digest a change to the deal that way.
It's hard.
So I don't
understand.
think-
No, that's what I said. No, yeah, definitely.
I'm confused.
Okay, I'll hand you the journal so you can make your own interpretations, Octavia.
You can all see it.
Okay, thank you.
So you didn't go to the sword?
I told you before. I honor the traditions.
So Gemini was helping her find out why the song changed.
Yeah.
So why, when we found you with Octavia, why didn't you tell me?
I
Why
don't
did
know.
you allow us to kill you?
My dear, you are in a memory palace. I will say
don't
this.
understand.
I see something coming. Something big. There will be no stopping it.
It's called The End. Thank you for coming and playing. Thank you for coming and watching. This week, we will start with someone who said that they accidentally invented the Bronze Age because it was the third best age. Starting with Octavia. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out. I didn't think it was that good, but thank you.
Hello. I have not invented the Bronze Age. Those are fake news. But you know, it's fine. I'll take the fame for it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. My
You want
brain is
royalty?
rotted.
Yeah, where's your royalty pay?
Anyway, I am Venetia Starlight here on Twitch. I do not stream at the moment, but we are organizing our lives, you know, me and my multiple personalities, in order to be back to streaming, possibly soon. So if you want to hit that follow button and, you know, be surprised for when you can see me on my channel instead of just here on Thursdays, go ahead. I just usually do chaotic, random shit because my brain is not functional most of the time. But thank you so much. Love you all. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Piper. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Daybreakathon, and I make noises sometimes.
Yes, you do.
That's most of it. You can find me making noises right here on Twitch, over on my own channel, Daybreakathon, where I play whatever I want, whenever I can. Lately, it's been a lot of Project Zomboid. Good times. Good times. I am also an author. I have written both the books that Noscavian is kindly holding up for us. I recommend you check them out. I worked hard on them. And the third one is in the works. Editing is a process. When I'm not doing that or the other thing, I am an artist and I did the character art for the Piper here and for the other game that exists on Mondays that I am also a player in. Hi, yes, I remember to say that
Shadowrun.
this time.
Run
Yep,
the Flood.
Shadowrun. Yep,
Run by
yep.
Softonomicon.
I'm very
Mondays.
good at this whole
Squid.
promotional spiel thing. I am an expert. I'm a professional. I think that's all the things that I gotta say. I wouldn't know because I am also a liar. My dog is around here somewhere, and he will come running inevitably the moment I stop talking to say hello.
Can we believe it if you say you're a liar, though?
I don't know. Can you? That's up to you.
Ambrosia, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I do. I do a lot of things. I'm here every Thursday night with this wonderful group playing Ambrosia. I am also part of Lost Tribes Gaming, where I'm part of their cyberpunk game, Star Wars. It's a World Darkness mix and superheroes. In fact, tomorrow night is our World Darkness game. I think it starts, it's either 7 or 7:30. I can't remember. But that is at Lost Tribes Gaming. And then I have my own channel, and it is The Gothic Ferret, where I stream most weekends on Sunday and Monday. I'm either playing Skyrim or Fallout. So Come subscribe, hang out with me. I love having the company as I have little ferret meltdowns because I'm in survival mode. And if anybody knows anything about Bethesda in survival mode, when you die, you don't save. And you have to do everything over again. So yes, I have lots of meltdowns. So and I'm on all social medias as the Gothic Ferret, so you can check me out there. And yeah, it's me.
FX, how do you spell your name? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Letter F, letter X.
Oh my god, that's like cool.
I'm Dead Western. I really don't do a whole lot online other than playing FX here on Thursday, but you know, I am on the Discord, so you can find me there.
Ooh, Lee, nah. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Na, na, na. I am Ms. Hearts. You can find me just about anywhere as Ms. Hearts. I also have a lot of gigs coming up in the Austin area if you are around here. This Saturday, I will be at the Geekgasm Muppets Burlesque show. On the last week of March, I will actually be in Orlando. I am a backup dancer for Holiday Cash, who's competing in Miss Comedy Queen Nationals. And then on March 29th, Saturday, I will be at Carousel Lounge hosting Shimmy Kings, a drag king belly dance show. And then on April 19th, I will be at Kick Butt Coffee for Bat City Bombshells Dancing with Mary Jane burlesque show. And then on April 24th, I just got accepted today. I'm actually not supposed to be saying this, but you guys get to know. I will be at the called Useless Magic, the Florence and the Machine themed show. So if you're in the Austin area, come check me out. I am also a graphic designer and promotional products expert, so if I can help you out with any of that, let me know.
Richard, who are you? What do you do? Do you think so? Let's find out.
I am Nascavian. I play Richard on Table of Horrors on Thursday and Jason on Table of Horrors on Monday. I have friends who write books, such as our very own Daybreakathon, who has written Ward Breaker and Windswept. Check them out. Also, I have a friend who wrote Bloodlust of the Bloodletting series. It's a vampire book. And a book called Obelisk the Long Dream, part of the Violet Star series by Solus. Check that out.
Lovely jubbly. Check out the links that I have put in the chat now, but probably 30 seconds from now, for links to our Discord, YouTube for all available video episodes, and a podcast of audio-only versions. I think that's all at the moment. I'm not sure what's going to happen timing-wise, if we're going to be off next week or the next 2 weeks, or something will be worked out.
Are you going to ask what
time,
Kendu does?
Oh yeah, well, Kendu doesn't stream.
Used to.
I mean, I thought for once you were actually just gonna. I prefer to pass over, but I mean, if we're doing it, everyone.
I tried, mate. I tried to give you what you want, but
no,
the
really,
people
actually, I was like, thank
demanded.
you. No, hey everyone, I'm Kindu. I mean, I'm here every now and then, when I have time. But it's been a pleasure being here. Thanks for your patience with my janky blood AITM, stands for Chimera there. Ridiculous character today, but we had a lot of fun. And yeah, thanks for having me, Shiv, and everyone.
He was perfect. He
Hard
was
hands, hard hands,
perfectly
hard hands.
Tremere. Like, he was perfectly Tremere.
It was nice to play with you again.
Yes.
Wait, that doesn't sound good.
Thank you for playing my daddy.
Oh boy. No, I had a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Well, on that note, we will go raiding over on the director's chair, who are playing Vampire the Masquerade. But legally, morally, can we do that? Yes, we can. I think. Let's find out. Legally, morally, objectively, we can't go until Ferret says the line.
Where were we at?